All right, we're rolling into week 14 of the NFL season. I'm going to go through, give you my picks and initial takes for each and every matchup this week. Let's start off with a great one on Thursday night. All right, the 9-3 Packers are traveling to the 11-1 Detroit Lions in an NFC North old school battle. This is a huge game for both of these teams. The Lions can essentially eliminate the Packers from a division contention. Packers can bring the Lions back down to earth and make everybody within a game of each other. Packers getting 3 points on the road here. The total is 51.5. I actually like the Lions in this game. There's a lot of talk, a lot of juice on the Packers. I'm just not seeing it. I don't think this is the same team that went on that super hot run last year. Now, the Lions defense does scare me. They are a little bit banged up, and I think Chicago put a little bit of the formula out there. If you can blitz Goff and get after him, it'll slow down this offense immensely. I like the Lions to stay hot, win a squeaker. I'll take the Packers with the points, and I'll take over 51.5. I think defenses could go out the window. Both these teams had a full week off. It's not like a normal Thursday night matchup. Give me the Lions to win, but the Packers to cover. All right, we got the 2-10 Jaguars traveling to the 3-9 Tennessee Titans. The line is Titans minus 3.5. Total is 40.5. I like the Titans in this one. Mac Jones going to be starting for the Jaguars. I think the Will Levis piece with the Titans is actually starting to look good. Will Levis doesn't look like a complete bust. I think they'll be able to run the football. This Jaguars defense is really not good. As much as I think Mac Jones is the better quarterback option for this team, especially with a beat up, obviously Trevor can't play, but with an injured and inconsistent Trevor Lawrence, I think Mac Jones has been the better quarterback for this team. But give me the Titans, a better all-around unit, feeling some good mojo, even though they got blown out last week. They beat the Texans 2 weeks ago. I think they take care of business. And if you want to know my picks on the point spreads and the totals for the rest of the games this weekend, be sure to check out our members-only video on Friday where I'll go through, give you my bets on each and every single matchup for the weekend slate of games. Just sign up on the channel membership. You get all sorts of access to those weekly exclusive videos, cool perks, and things to use in the chat and live streams throughout the year. Help support me, allows me to keep making this great content for you guys every single day. Okay, the 3-9 New York Jets traveling to the 5-7 Miami Dolphins. Probably a disappointing season for both of these units. The Dolphins are minus 6.5 and the total at 44.5. Dolphins played on Thursday, Thanksgiving at Green Bay. I think they bounce back in a big way. A couple extra rest. They're at home. The Jets are terrible. They're bad on defense since they fired head coach Robert Saleh. Aaron Rodgers is bad. Aaron Rodgers looks checked out. He still's going to be the starting quarterback for them, but Tua's been really solid since coming back. I think they're going to be able to run Devon Achane no problem against this shitty Jets run defense. I expect a blowout in Miami. Jets season incomplete flames. Miami still technically hanging around in the playoff picture. Dolphins in a must-win spot, though. Okay, the Atlanta Falcons are traveling to my Minnesota Vikings. Vikings minus 5.5. Total is 45.5. Falcons, losers of 3 straight. Kirk Cousins revenge game. I think not. Minnesota 10-2. This Brian Flores defense, one of the best defenses in football, top 5 in scoring, turnovers, and sacks. Falcons, Kirk Cousins just been awful the last 3 games. He's got 8 interceptions, 4 fumbles, or 6 interceptions, 4 fumbles. He's just been a train wreck. He looks hurt. He can't throw the football. Minnesota's defense should feast in this one, and their offense has been rolling along. Sam Darnold, 800-plus yards, 7 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions through the air the last 3 weeks. Give me my Vikings to take care of business and maybe get a little payback on Kirk O'Chains. Okay, we got the 4-8 New Orleans Saints heading to the 2-10 New York Giants. Line is 5 for the Saints. Total is 40.5. I just think the Giants have kind of quit. Now, I do like Drew Lock a little bit better at quarterback than Tommy DeVito. He looked like he had a little bit more. Game is outdoors. Game is going to be cold. It's, ugly spot. No Taysom Hill in the Saints offense. They've been bad, but I think the mojo's good with the Rizzler at head coach. I'm going to take the Saints in a close game, I think. I think they do just squeak it out. The Giants are pushing for that number 1 pick. I think they keep it rolling. All right, the 3-9 Panthers traveling to the 10-2 Philadelphia Eagles. Line is 12.5 for the Eagles, 45.5 is the total. Look, this Carolina team has looked really good the last few weeks, especially with Bryce Young back in at quarterback. It looks like he has found his happiness again. He enjoys playing football. This is the Alabama Bryce Young we love to see. Had his moment stolen away from him last weekend, but the Eagles are a team on a mission, one of the hottest teams in the NFL, winners of 8 in a row. I don't think anything's going to change here. I like Philadelphia. Carolina, not as much as a pushover as we all thought they were going to be. I think it's a little bit of a tighter game, but I think the Eagles are just too good. They're going to be able to run the football, and it'll be a no-nonsense day from Nick Sirianni. Hopefully for Eagles fans, give me the Eagles to take care of business. Okay, the 3-9 Browns traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the 9-3 Steelers. These teams met just 2 weeks ago in Cleveland in a lovely blizzard matchup. Steelers -6.5 in this one. Total is 44.5. I'm going with Pittsburgh here. This is too much of a revenge spot. I mean, they're pissed off. They lost that game to Cleveland 2 weeks ago. Now, Jameis Winston is absolutely dealing. He is, 30-30 Jameis Winston. He'll throw 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, 2 of them being pick sixes. He don't care. He's brought a little bit of fun and life to this Browns team, but their defense overall is kind of They do have a good corner in Denzel Ward. Obviously, Myles Garrett is great, but the rest of the team kind of struggling, and Pittsburgh is feeling themselves. They just hung 44 on division rival Cincinnati. I think they keep this train rolling. They are in first place in the AFC North. They have big win, big spot here. You can't lose another game to Cleveland at home. Give me the Steelers to take care of the Browns in maybe a little close game, a fun game perhaps, but just too much redemption and motivation on the line this week. Okay, the 2-10 Las Vegas Raiders travel to the 6-6 Buccaneers. Now, the Raiders had a really good performance, I think, against the Chiefs on Black Friday, but ultimately fell short. Tampa Bay squeaks by the Panthers on the road. The line is 6.5 for Tampa Bay, total 46.5 in this game. But I think the Raiders defense is the issue here. Now, Aiden O'Connell has looked better of the quarterbacks with Vegas, so it is good. He's rocking and rolling there. Mayfield's a little beaten up here, but Tampa Bay, they can run the football. Bucky Irving is a man. Rachaad White has been really good, even though he's getting less volume. They have a two-headed monster. Buccaneers run defense excellent. The Raiders don't run the football. So I think the Raiders are going to be able to score some points because the secondary is the issue. I just think Tampa Bay locked in. Atlanta playing at Minnesota, tied in the division. I think they have a good shot. They got to take care of business. That overtime game against Carolina, maybe they were overlooking them a little bit. Locking in big time. Give me the Buccaneers at home. Keep this thing a-rockin'. Okay, the 7-5 Seattle Seahawks traveling to the desert against the 6-6 Arizona Cardinals. Another game where these two teams met just 2 weeks ago in Seattle. Seattle kind of handled Arizona comfortably. Their offensive line was atrocious for Arizona. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't pass block. Much better performance last weekend for Arizona. I think this is just a must-win spot. Cardinals got to bring it. The line's 2.5 for the Cardinals, total 44.5. Could be another low-scoring, ugly game, but I think Arizona performs much better in the red zone than they did in Seattle. I think the Seahawks offense can just struggle at times to move the football. They definitely don't run the ball as well as they should. I think home field matters big time this one. Must-win spot for the Cardinals to keep their division and playoff hopes alive. Give me the Cardinals in a nail-biter again and make the NFC West very, very interesting. Okay, the 10-2 Buffalo Bills traveling to sunny Los Angeles to take on the 6-6 Los Angeles Rams. Look, Buffalo is just a team on a mission right now. They are rolling. They have the 1 seed in their sights. And LA just kind of waffles back and forth. They win a game, they lose a game. They are very much 500 here. Buffalo laying 5 points on the road. Total's 49.5. Give me the Bills in this one. Josh Allen, probably your MVP. James Cook in the run game's been solid. This Rams defense is kind of whatever. I call them a whatever defense. They can rush the passer. Kind of okay in the secondary. Nothing special. But this Rams offense, I think they're going to struggle against a good Bills defense. Give me the Bills taking care of business and probably putting the Rams out of the postseason. Okay, we have the 4-8 Chicago Bears traveling to the 5-7 San Francisco 49ers. 49ers 4-point favorites. Total is 43.5. Look, the Bears just fired head coach Matt Eberflus. I am a big believer in the new coach theory. The Bears have been really, really close the last 3 weeks against 3 divisional opponents. San Francisco is kind of a complete train wreck right now. I mean, Brock Purdy doesn't look healthy. George Kittle's banged up. Debo, whereabouts unknown. Everybody on that defense is hurt. Fred Warner's got a broken bone in his ankle. I think this is just the season from hell from San Francisco. Chicago, new head coach. Vibes are good. Give me the Bears going on the road and taking down the 49ers. Okay, good one on Sunday night. We have the 8-4 LA Chargers heading to Kansas City to take on the 11-1 two-time defending champion, the Kansas City Chiefs. Great matchup. These teams already met earlier in the year. Chiefs -3.5. Total is 42.5. I think this is going to be a really good game, but I am worried about LA on the offensive side of the ball. No J.K. Dobbins. They were not able to run it all last weekend. I think they're limited, obviously, at the skill position. Ladd McConkey is banged up. That doesn't help either. But Kansas City plays nothing but close one-score games, and their defense has been kind of bad the last 3 weeks. A lot more breaking than bending like we're used to, but Patrick Mahomes has been playing lights out. They're going to figure it out in the red zone. Give me the Chiefs in obviously another one-score game, and everyone will be like, how do the Chiefs keep getting away with this and move to 12-1? All right, and finally on Monday night, we have the 4-8 Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the 5-7 Dallas Cowboys. I'm sure everybody had both these teams sitting at this records when we started the season. Look, the Bengals defense has been the worst defense maybe ever. They're just so bad. Joe Burrow is putting MVP numbers up, 3,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but his defense can't do anything. And the Cowboys defense isn't much better. Now, I don't think they're a complete disaster with Cooper Rush at quarterback. Rico Dowdle has come on as a solid running back. But I think the Bengals offense is just too much for this team. The better offense is going to win a game of two terrible defenses. Give me the Bengals to go on the road, give their fans some false hope. Maybe everyone will be like, I still like the Bengals, man. 5-8, they got a shot. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us this week. Let me know down in the comments below, what are your picks for this weekend? What do you think is gonna happen? If you haven't already, drop a quick like on this video, subscribe to the channel. We got daily sports content for you guys every single day. If you want to check out that members only video, sign up for a channel membership. You get all sorts of access to not only that weekly exclusive video, but all sorts of cool perks. Help support me, allows me to keep making this great stuff for you guys every single day. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.